All right, Starkey, you got one of the best Yorkers in the world. What are you thinking about when you're bowling a Yorker?
Yeah, I guess it's a bit of a go-to for me.
Bowled in! Oh yes, what a delivery that is!
But yeah, it seems to be, I guess, a bit of a weapon of mine, whether with the new ball or the old, depending again on where we are in the game situation as well. But for me, working on the Yorker, it was always looking at the stumps. And so I guess I judged that on my first one. So I'll run in with, I guess, an aim of the base of the stumps. And then depending on where that first one is, whether it's too short, then I'll change my focus to higher up the stump. Again, if it's too full or a full toss, I'll change my focus to lower on the stump. But I like to focus on the stumps because they don't move. That's where I can get a clear focus.
And that's bang on target! Straight away he gets the breakthrough!
The only time you want to change where you're landing the ball is depending on whether they're a bit further out to you or closer back on the stumps. You don't want to give them anything to get under because guys these days can still hit Yorkers that are a little bit off. They can still hit them for 6.
Oh, it's a terrific shot over cover and all the way.
The only difference I change with my wrist or the ball is obviously if it's new, it's going to swing naturally, and if it's old and if that's the rough side of an old ball, I'll change so it reverses hopefully in at the stumps, and hopefully I can knock a few pegs out.
Try getting that away.
And obviously you're trying to bowl that as fast as you can. It's an effort ball, but that one especially, you've got to give it everything, don't you?
Yeah, you do. It can be a surprise ball at times as well, when especially down later in an innings when batsmen are trying to go large.
Ball and gets him! The trademark Starc.
And we talk about wide Yorkers, straight Yorkers. Do you have a preference? How do you know when to bowl one compared to the other?
Yeah, I still think most of the time mine are at the stumps, because if they miss it, it's going to be hitting the stumps and they're out. But to some guys who are quite good at hitting a Yorker away, or who have got that ability to just be able to clear the rope from anywhere, you might have to change with wide Yorkers, or changing the angle from over and around the wicket as well. There's guys who obviously like to lap and move around that probably like it more at the stumps because they can get their eye line in it and get under it. Someone like a Joss Buttler perhaps, and you might have to go a bit wider. But then again, it's reading the player that you're bowling to and the conditions, and even the size of the ground sometimes. With it might be really long straight, could be short square. You don't want to miss, and you don't want to be predictable either. Where I guess at times, whether it's bowling too many stock balls or too many Yorkers, even at times, it can be a bit predictable, which is what you want to stay away from.
See, this is one dangerous man.